Mark Mylod's The Menu was easily one of the most fun films that I have seen in a really long time. I consider myself to be pretty in touch with the foodie culture, and I also work in a rather high-end dining establishment for my day job, so after reading a little bit about this film, I figured I would probably enjoy it, and I have to say, I think it completely exceeded my expectations. If you've ever seen the show Chef's Table, then you will pretty quickly recognize its influence on the aesthetics of this movie. The way they film food, the vibrant colors, super shallow depth of field and cinematic lighting make everything look more like art than food. They also hired Dominique Crenn, a 3 Michelin star chef and early guest on Chef's Table, to design the food for the film. So needless to say, everything looks pretty damn amazing. The film is well-paced, beautifully shot, expertly acted, cleverly written, and goofy as hell at times, and it doesn't take itself too seriously, yet it does actually still manage to draw attention to several social commentaries in a tasteful way. Get it? Tasteful? Like, okay.
That was not funny.
Not funny, dude.
The movie touches on themes like classism, consumer culture, childhood trauma, and the loss of innocence, but manages to do so in a fun and also at times terrifying way.
I was shocked I didn't see that coming.
These are all really important subjects to address, but one theme that I'm not seeing acknowledged much is the one that I personally feel is the most important message of the film, and it has everything to do with this. A simple, well-made cheeseburger. Let me explain. Anya Taylor-Joy plays Margot, who remains rather enigmatic throughout the film, only occasionally revealing more about who she is as the film progresses. She may or may not be dating Tyler, played by Nicholas Hoult, who absolutely kills it as the Instagram foodie with infinite knowledge about high-end dining. Despite all of that knowledge, Tyler somehow remains somewhat socially clueless, and it leads to a lot of hilarious moments of Tyler being an absolute dickhead.
Is this bergamot I'm getting, Chef?
Yes, it is.
Margot and Tyler are waiting for a boat to take them to Hawthorne, which is a super high-end restaurant with its own private island. Joining them for dinner will be some random old couple, a washed-up actor and his assistant, an esteemed food critic and her publisher, and 3 douchebag finance bros. Uh-oh. On the island, they are given a tour of the facilities before being escorted to the actual restaurant, where they meet the chef, Julian Slowik, played by Ray Fiennes. There is already something up with the island and the staff. Everything is a little cult-like, and the vibes are pretty off.
They gel?
Yeah.
We gel.
Things only get weirder and more dangerous as the night progresses and the courses come out. One by one, the stunningly beautiful dishes are served, and the further into dinner they get, the more everyone starts to realize they are in a lot of danger.
Okay, bro.
Ted.
It's okay.
No, we're gonna die tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Each of them was chosen by the chef to be killed for a particular flaw they possess. The critic and her publisher are responsible for closing several restaurants. The finance bros have been involved in a money fraud scheme. The old couple, who had been wealthy enough to eat at Hawthorne 11 times, don't remember anything they've ever consumed there because of their entitlement.
It wasn't cod, you donkey. It was halibut. Rare fucking spotted halibut.
Tyler ruins the magic of cooking with his obsession with uncovering the secrets of the kitchen. The washed-up actor took a job on a shitty B-movie for the money, and it ruined Slowik's day off. And his assistant?
What school did you go to?
Brown?
Student loans? No. I'm sorry, you're dying.
Everyone except Margot has a reason to be there, and from the beginning of the film, the island staff and Slowik seem to be pretty unsure of what to do with her. Earlier, we find out that Tyler was originally planning to bring somebody else who canceled on him, so Tyler hired Margot, who we find out is actually a high-end prostitute, last minute to come with him because Hawthorne doesn't allow seating for one. At multiple points throughout the film, Chef Slowick confronts Margot to try to figure out her place in all of this. And this leads to him deciding that Margot belongs not with the rich elitists, but with the rest of the staff due to her occupation. Margot manages to call for help, but is yet again tricked by Slowick when she finds out that the Coast Guard she connected with on the radio was fake, which is when the chef does a 180 and decides that she is actually not meant to be with the staff, and she is meant to die with the rich and entitled.
Hello, indecisive much?
After all hope is lost, Margot is back at square one, and the menu is coming to a close. She has to do something drastic immediately, or she will die. Enter Cheeseburger. Oh my god, this is gonna make me so hungry. Margot, in a last-ditch effort, does the one thing you were never supposed to do at such a high-end restaurant. She tries to send the food back to the kitchen. This is a big no-no, and the chef takes his job very seriously. He asks her what about his food was not to her liking. She tells him that he has taken the joy out of eating, that every dish they ate that night was an intellectual exercise and not something that could be enjoyed, that the chef's food is cooked with obsession and not love, and that he has failed to do the only thing a chef should do: feed her.
Starving to death.
Slowick, slightly taken aback by all of this, asks what it is that she would want to eat then if she's so hungry, to which Margot replies that she wants
A cheeseburger.
Cheeseburgers.
It almost looks as if Slowick's trying not to smile as he promises to make her the best cheeseburger she has ever had. Medium, with American cheese, because...
American cheese is the best cheese for a cheeseburger because it melts without splitting.
Now, you might be asking yourself, why did Margot ask for a cheeseburger when the chef specifically told her she could have literally anything? Well, you see, a few scenes prior, after playing a really aggressive game of tag around the second kitchen and then letting Elsa take a nap afterwards, she stumbles upon the chef's room, where she finds a picture of the chef as a young man working as a burger flipper at some place called Howie's, where he was apparently Employee of the Month. In every other photo in the room, Slowick has a Slowick has a serious and intense look on his face, but he's never smiling. In fact, the photo of him holding the burger is the only time in the entire film we see the chef genuinely smile. And here we find it, the root of it all. The chef is burnt out, and he has no more passion for cooking. Being burnt out looks different depending on what job you do, but to Slowick, it means that no matter how much he cooks, no matter how great the food tastes or how fresh the ingredients are, he will not enjoy it. He no longer finds happiness doing what he is obsessed with doing. It's clear from the photo that at one point in his life, Slowick really did enjoy making food that people liked eating, but as he got older, and as the challenging and often cruel restaurant industry shaped him into the soulless, emotionally burnt-out man that he is now, he lost that part of him that actually enjoyed cooking. I think this theme of burning out and losing the passion you have may be an allegory for more than just the service industry as well. The filmmaking industry often struggles with these problems, and God only knows that Hollywood can definitely help kill your life's dreams and aspirations. Young filmmakers get chewed up by the system, pushed around, and heavily influenced to change their films by execs, and then by the time they finish a film, it's a highly processed, unorganized piece of trash that isn't even the film the young director wanted to make, but that process sure turned them off from wanting to make more. And sure, the themes of classism and foodie culture are important to talk about, and they are more of the reasons that Slowick snapped, but ultimately, none of those things would have mattered if the chef was still passionate about cooking. I also want to make a distinction between passion and obsession here, which is what Margot meant when she told the chef he didn't cook with any love. Passion means that there's something you love doing so much that you are constantly thinking, eating, breathing that thing. Obsession is all of that minus the part where you have to like it. Slowick is not passionate about cooking, even though it's all he does. His life is totally dedicated to the food, to the point where a bad movie on his day off is worth killing someone over because day offs are so rare. Cooking is his job, it is his life, but he has not felt joy from cooking in many, many years.
What happens to an artist when he loses his purpose? It's pitiful.
No, you're right.
Yeah. We see glimpses of his former self when he talks with Margot in his office and tells her that he misses the feeling of wanting to cook for someone, which makes me think that his driving force isn't trying to find the best dish in the world, but trying to find the dish that reignites his passion in cooking. Perhaps that's the reason he took such an introspective approach to this particular menu. What a better way to reignite your passion than to explore your own life experience through food. And so many of the courses throughout the night are directly linked to events in the chef's lifetime. As the chef prepares the cheeseburger, we can see his energy change as well. This is the first thing we actually get to see the chef prepare during the film, and he really does seem to be enjoying himself. He's extremely precise and delicate with the onions, and he almost smiles as he cooks the burger to perfection. He's remembering what it means to cook with love, and for a brief moment, he might even forget that he's about to murder-suicide like 20 or 30 people. Another sign that the chef truly enjoyed making the burger happens after Margot has enjoyed like one fucking bite, then has to tell the chef she's too full and needs the burger to go. There's a moment after she says this where Slowick hesitates, wondering whether he should let her go or not. After all, his final plan was to kill everyone, and moments before this, he was ready to kill Margot. But the burger... This burger, with a single bite out of it, is the only thing, the last thing, that Slowick will ever cook with passion. It symbolizes his youth and his loss of innocence, and his struggle to find his passion after it was greedily taken from him by the rich assholes who control his life. And there is no way that Slowick would let this burger die on the island with him. The chef lets Margot leave, and as she sails away from the island and Hawthorne goes up in a ball of flames, Margot stops the boat to enjoy the show. As she watches the island burn, she takes out the last evidence of Julian Slowick's passion for food and life and eats it. So ultimately, the cheeseburger represents passion for one's craft, a symbol of simpler times when our drive was stronger and we were excited for life. Our passion is fragile, and when passions turn to obsession and obsessions turn to work, we have to be careful to remember the most important thing about life is that you enjoy it. Hey everyone, it's Max Soto here. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it this far through, I wanted to start the new year off with something a little different than I've done before, so please let me know what you think in the comments below. I really appreciate every one of you leaving feedback on the last couple of videos. You have no idea how much that all means to me, so thank you again for all of that. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think about the cheeseburger or just the menu in general. I really enjoyed the movie. So thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next video.